Hello, YouTube community. Hi, the World Wide Web. It's been a while since I last made a recording on YouTube. And the reason is that I've been busy with midterms and school and a variety of different things. So please forgive me for that. And also the thing is that I've been really stressed out over the last few weeks. Which means that I haven't really had the chance to relax until like today. So today's theme will be health and happiness. Oh, and by health I meant you know health as in like physical well-being and like mental. No, actually, more importantly, mental well-being. So so I know that for a lot of people my age, they are very stressed out a lot of the times because of midterms and school projects that they have to do, and in addition to like an internship or a part-time job to help with um like their help to help compensate for the daily expenditures and stuff. So which means that inevitably people just get stressed out a lot. So I think that the easiest and best remedy for this situation is first know yourself, your own abilities, and set clear goals. And by goals, I mean like I'm referring to like achievable goals that are realistic for you in the short term. Um, the second most important thing is that um you should set goals that are realistic enough so that you don't push yourself too much and beat yourself up too much, because if you do beat yourself up too much, then inevitably you will just get too stressed out, and which is not good for your mental health well-being and physical well-being, because if you get too stressed out and fatigued, then it will lower your productivity. And the consequences are very dire. Because, for example, as a student, think about the consequences of falling asleep during class. Think about all the work that you have to catch up and how difficult it might be, like studying by yourself, you know? Okay, and the mental consequence is that you'll just be like really stressed out, and most extreme case you can have is probably to like that is probably that you have to end up seeing a therapist or something, which I hope won't happen. um so next so now to our next topic, like happiness. So to As I said, I've had a very busy like last few week I mean, actually, last few weeks have been really busy for me. So today is actually the last day that I actually have class. Um, I mean, for the week. So I decided to play a joke on my professor, which I don't think my professor knows yet. So what happened was that I went to office hours, pretending to be my twin sister, which I don't have. And at first he like didn't. He thought that like I was joking, because you know, after told him about like my intentions, by saying, "Hey, like, oh, you must be Professor XXX." Oh, I was like, "Oh, Charlotte can't make it to office hours today because she has to go to a review session." And then yeah, and then my professor was like, "Oh, so who's gonna sit in for her?" And I was like, "Oh, me." And then so it turned out that he thought I was joking, and he joked back by saying, "Oh, so who's gonna sit in for you?" Um, and later on, like after a while, I introduced myself as Sally, like my twin sister, And then he was like, oh, for real? I was like, yeah, for real. And he was like, awesome. And then so we kept talking about like other stuff related to the class and like questions to do with you know, class that I have. And then at the end he was like, oh, thanks for sitting in for Charlotte. And then yeah. And I was like, oh, it's no problem. And then yeah, that's basically it. And by the way, he said that it was actually really funny how at the start when he thought that I was joking, but I don't think like until the end he actually realized that it was a joke. So yeah, I mean, I thought that the joke was really really funny, and because I was actually like laughing like silently, you know, laughing out loud silently on my way out from office hours. I mean, I was laughing because I thought that it was really funny, and I did it very quietly because I didn't want my professor to like realize that I was laughing at what happened and hence be suspicious that it may have been a joke all along, even though he realized afterwards that it wasn't a joke when it was. So so my main point is that you should be happy. You know, you should like do things that make you feel happy once in a while. Like for example, today I told my professor a joke, and I felt happy, and I feel like my professor was probably happy too. Um, yeah. So which really cheered me up a lot. Um, yeah, that's all. So what are the remember? Oh yeah, remember. So stay healthy, eat healthy. Don't get stressed out too much, and do things that you find um fun to do. Email me with your ideas on how to relax and to stay healthy and happy. And also, like, if you have any interesting questions, feel free to email me or leave me a message here. Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.